It can be amazing where some stories come from. They sometimes just pop out of the blue in the most surprising ways. And I want to share with you a story that has happened recently, or over a period of 2 years actually, but culminating recently in a new video clip that I've made for a rock band. Let me tell you how this all started. It all began with a bloke called Jeff, who we had come around to prune one of the camellia trees. And there's Jeff in the garden here with his chainsaw in his happiest mode, doing a wonderful job pruning our camellia. And in the process, he was walking around the garden and noticed that there was a beautiful golden orb spider had spun a web in the front yard, and he drew my attention to it. There it is there, this beautiful golden orb spider. And I went out with my camera, of course, set the Sony Z1 up for about an hour and let it run, and got this terrific video of this orb spider in its web, catching prey, wrapping it up in silk. Marvellous bit of video. Now, it turns out that Jeff, the gardener, is friends with another guy called Craig, and Craig Friars is a rock musician and graphic designer. Now, here's a picture of Craig and his mates standing at the Yuyangs. He's the bass player for a band called Mushroom Giant. We've had one of their clips on before, one called The Drake Equation in this magazine, in Ozcam online. But that's Craig. Now, Craig decided that he wanted to use the spider footage as a backdrop for one of his live performances with the band Mushroom Giant. And I said, well, fine, go for it. Let's do that. In the process, I got to know Craig and his design abilities much better. And Craig has actually helped me design a couple of wartime diaries from soldiers that I've come across in the last couple of years. These are soldiers who are now in their mid-90s, but who've come across either the diary of one of their guys' father or another diary of the man himself, and Craig helped me put them together. So it's been a remarkable bringing together of a range of skills to both produce books and also this video clip. Now, I wanted to tell you about the video clip because what we did here was go to the Yuyangs and shoot some footage, which is this sort of footage here, and basically we've got a lovely bleak afternoon at the Yuyangs. We've got a nice panning shot with a bit of lens flare coming across and all in beautiful colour, beautifully sharp, and we come down and we find a woman asleep in the crevices between the rocks. What's going on? Well, that's the point of the rock clip, which I'll give you a link to in a moment. What I wanted to show you was how we took this beautiful pristine footage and basically grunged it up, and I want to show you how we did that. The first thing I did in Sony Vegas was to go up to the full preview window here. You can see the beautiful flesh tones of Sarah's leg in the screen there. So what I'm going to do is go into my effects, which will be applied across the entire project, all tracks. You can apply effects to individual clips, to individual tracks, or to the whole project. And I want to do this for the whole project because we've decided to make the entire project black and white. So I just check the box here on the black and white filter, and you can see the project goes immediately to black and white. So now I wanted to do more to the clip. I wanted to start to generate an old movie effect, and so I thought I'd go into Boris Red. So I'm going to go in and turn on the Boris Red damaged film filter, which makes my film immediately look like this. And when I play it, I get a really wonderful slight bit of camera shake, a lot of scratches, some blobs of junk, and it gives me that lovely damaged old film look throughout this whole thing. Now, the clip goes for 5.5 minutes, and at one section of the film I needed to go into even more extreme effects. So again, at the track level, I apply to this whole track section just here, but I can use the track filter, and I'm going to apply hit film flicker. The hit film filters are great, and so I'm now adding this to the already black and white footage, just the hit film, and what you can see is that it's doing a wonderful job of really messing up the image in a beautiful, dramatic way. Now, when you play the clip through, you see how these things really work. But what I've done here, obviously, is I've got two main filters. Or three filters. I've got black and white for the whole project. I've got the Boris Red old damaged film filter for the beginning and end sections, and then the middle section is scrunched up in a different way with this very strobing effect from the hit film filter, as I showed you just then. That's the hit film flicker filter, which worked exactly as the producer wanted. The producer, of course, was Craig, who first discovered me via the orb weaving spider. So the story's had a neat little turnaround, and then we can come to the end and you can see the whole film play through, and it looks a bit like this. From the beginning it goes like this, and there it is. Majestic Blackness by Mushroom Giant. And of course at the end of the program, for the closing section, we feature the black and white damaged film orb weaving spider over the image of the woman in the film, and it all comes together in a rather beautiful way. So for a project that started in the front garden, astutely spotted by Farmer Jeff, passed on to Craig Fryers, and then brought back to me to become not just a film about a spider, but a film about the majestic blackness of this wonderful music by Mushroom Giant. Well, what a strange circle of events. I hope you enjoyed. All you have to do to see the clip is to Google YouTube Majestic Blackness, and there you have it. Made with the strangest effects, all generated in Boris Red and hit film filters, along with the Sony black and white filter. All made in Sony Vegas, and I hope you enjoy it.